Bray Wyatt is your next WWE Universal Champion. Unless... let him in. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Cameron Kelly Smith. Be sure to hit that subscribe and notification button to stay tuned on the content I produce each and every week in the world of wrestling and movie related discussions. So this past Monday, on Monday Night Raw, we had another Firefly funhouse segment with Bray Wyatt. Really fun segment where they addressed the rumors of him potentially facing the winner of Seth or Braun at Clash of Champions, but at Hell in a Cell. And they had a nice little moment in there where it was as if Bray Wyatt was giving money to a Vince McMahon puppet, basically saying, you know how much money I make, how big I am at the moment, you're going to want this. I thought that was a nice touch. I think WWE does best when they address rumors rather than suppress rumors. So I thought that was great. Bray Wyatt, period, is your next Universal Champion. He has to win at Hell in a Cell. The Fiend should not be losing anytime soon, not even in a dodgy finish, no count out, no DQ, none of that. The Fiend needs to win. However, this is WWE, and I'm more than aware that WWE may decide that now's not the time, or they may have other plans for him, and so they may do a dodgy finish. I do not think this should happen, WWE, but if you are going to do it, I'm going to give you my suggestions as to how to do it, and do it in a way that at least will lead to somewhere more beneficial. And this is how I would do it. First and foremost, I believe Seth is going to win at Clash of Champions. I would like Braun to win, but I don't think it does any benefits to Seth right now, and I think he is the biggest star on that brand. Somewhat the face of the company, at least from the male perspective in WWE, from that male position, in WWE. So I think Seth needs to win. If Seth and The Fiend happen at Hell in a Cell and there's a dodgy finish, it has to be an interference, and the interference has to be caused by one of three men. First option is Finn Balor. Now, let me be very clear here. I don't mean Finn Balor the man, I mean Finn Balor as in the demon Finn Balor. If Finn Balor returns, he would have to return and interfere as the demon. I think that's not too bad because it sets up a big, almost now what would kind of be a dream match between the demon Finn Balor and the Fiend, which would be a nice little, continuation of what happened at SummerSlam. But that would probably result in another dodgy finish because neither of those two men in those two characters could really risk losing, especially Demon Finn Balor, because I feel like that's the only thing he has really going for him that's compelling. So although that would be a nice match to see, it's a nightmare booking wise, so I'm not too sure if that's the best bet. Second option is Kane. Now, I'm not even too convinced myself that Kane would be a good option, but he's obviously another character that kind of is in that realm of the spooky, supernatural vibe. I think he could fit in well coming to face the Fiend, but I'm only an advocate for Kane coming and interfering in that match and costing the Fiend the match if it is eventually leading to what my third option is, and you've probably guessed it, and that's a match with the Undertaker at WrestleMania. Now, I think that match should happen. I would like to see it happen. I think it's a big match, and I think the Fiend would have to win. But I could only see, if there has to be interference, I think that Kane interfering, or perhaps the Undertaker interfering himself, but I just don't see why the Undertaker would interfere. Doesn't make too much sense. I don't really see any reason why any of these men would interfere besides Finn Balor, because he has a legitimate reason, i.e. he was, embarrassed and lost at SummerSlam. So if you're going to do an interference, I would choose one of those three men. However, let me just once again say, I do not think the Fiend should lose. He needs to continue winning. And that's it. He's the most compelling character in the whole company. He has been the most consistent in regards to being presented well, not being overexposed, and having some really artistic and compelling vignettes and videos and presentation. I'm loving it. He is great. Do not waste this. Do not have him lose at Hell in a Cell. Have him win decisively, no dodgy finish. In regards to this week's Raw and Smackdown, I thought it was some good shows. I really did enjoy Smackdown much more than I did Raw, funny enough. I really enjoyed both shows. I thought they were Raw, not as much. Smackdown I really did enjoy. Had some really high points. Some talking points for Raw. I'm really enjoying the Seth and Braun thing. I know not a lot of people aren't as sold, but I personally am. I'm really enjoying it. I'm looking forward to Stone Cold having their little contract signing next week. That's going to be fun in MSG. It's going to be a super hot crowd. The OC, I'm actually really starting to enjoy them more and more. I'm getting a bit more Sons of Anarchy vibes, which I think is kind of the point. But they need wins. You know, they need wins. You can't have these guys losing every week. It devalues them, and it makes me as the audience member not care about them. Give them wins. They need to keep winning. King of the Ring. I think that if you want to maintain the legitimacy of what that tournament originally represented in regards to pushing the next big thing, so to speak, I think that Ricochet should win. However, and I don't like Baron Corbin, but I'm starting to like him more and more, and I think he would maybe benefit from winning that tournament, but it depends on which way you want to go. Bayley turning heel, I'm happy for it. I'm enjoying it. I'm a big fan. Bayley turning heel, I feel, is similarly to what they did with the New Day a couple years ago, where the New Day came in, they debuted as baby faces, however, got turned to heels. They turned to baby faces, then they turned back to heels. And I think what they're doing with Bayley, what it could kind of be similar to, is just keeping her hot and not having her get stale, pulling the trigger before the audience pulls the trigger on her. So I think that's good. So I'm really excited for that. Overall, good week of TV, not too bad at all. AEW All Out, really enjoyed it. Chris Jericho has finally got his AEW championship back, and a little bit of bubbly. That is absolutely hilarious. But guys, that's been my wrap up of this week's Raw and Smackdown, and The Fiend is your next Universal Champion, period. Thank you for checking out my video. Have a good day, guys. If you liked what you see here, hit that subscribe and notification button, and jump down in the comment section below and give me your thoughts. Have a good day.